Hello, and welcome to Of Dice and Men, our streaming show featuring the Savage Worlds core rulebook setting. We are a new stream group of 30-year-olds living out our fantasies at tabletop games. Thank you for joining us. I know you have a lot of options here on Twitch. We hope to keep you entertained, and this is going to be a fun adventure. For our setting, we are using the Deadlands Reloaded setting. The Kickstarter was funded a few years ago. 2020 actually was the Kickstarter funding. So this new setting, there's going to be a lot of heavy homebrew in this, so kind of make it our own a little bit. But for old Deadlands fans, this setting will be familiar. I'm Sid. I am your marshal for this game. I've been playing Dungeons & Dragons on and off for maybe 5-10 years, but heavily during the pandemic. And I'm going to turn it over to our cast so they can introduce themselves.
What's up, everyone?
Yeah,
my name is Justin. I've been playing Dungeons & Dragons probably about 2 years now, but I'm new to this setting and I'm really looking forward to it.
And I'm DJ, and as far as Dungeons and Dragons experience, I don't have much of that, so this is kind of my first jaunt at doing some role-playing form of games, so
yeah. I'm John. This is my first real campaign for Dungeons & Dragons, so I'm kind of learning as I go, but it's a lot of fun so far.
I'm Sean. I've played Dungeons & Dragons in the past. This is my first time at Savage World, so I'm really excited. And I hope my character doesn't die in the first few sessions.
Hi there, my name is Rocco. I've been playing Dungeons & Dragons for about 3 years now. Actor, when I'm not doing this. I'm excited for Deadlands. It's a fun game, and I'm excited for everyone to join us.
So, some rules to help you guys follow along. This system is a D4 through D12 system. If you don't know what that means, we have polyhedral dice. There are up to, from D4 to D20. The D20 is not used by the players at the table. They only use D4, D6, D8, D10, and D12. There is also a special kind of currency in our game called a benefit, which is a poker chip. Now, each of our players, they start with 3 of these benefits per game, and they can earn new ones just by playing the game. These benefits can be spent throughout the playthrough on lots of stuff. Action-oriented things, drawing new initiative cards. If they get stuck and need a hint, they can also use it in an attempt to absorb damage in combat that they don't want to take. Or recover from a condition called Shaken, which I'm sure will come up an awful lot in this campaign. Each of them gets 3, so I'm going to send these over to Rocco, who will pass them out to our players. And I guess, without further ado, let's get into Of Dice and Men, The Weird West. In your hands, my dissatisfied fellow countrymen, and not in mine, is the momentous issue of civil war. The government will not assail you. You can have no conflict without being yourselves the aggressors. You have no oath registered in heaven to destroy the government, while I shall have the most solemn one to preserve, protect, and defend it. I am loath to close. We are not enemies, but friends. We must not be enemies. And though passion may have strained, it must not break our bonds of affection. The mystic cords of memory stretching from every battlefield and patriot grave to every living heart and hearthstone, all across this broad land, will yet swell the chorus of the Union, when again touched, as surely they will be, by the better angels of our nature. Charleston Harbor, South Carolina, the 12th of April, 1861. Secessionists bombard Fort Sumter with cannon fire, the chorus of guns and black powder smoke that would begin the longest, bloodiest conflict in American history. A civil war that would pour a river of blood of over 1 million young men beneath the foundations of the American experiment. A civil war that would continue for the next 10 years. A civil war that cradled the hopes of many men and women to ultimately define the word freedom. But the war is long and the cost is high. Many Americans begin to wonder whether the reward is worth the price. And many more still throw their voices behind the words that birthed this great nation. Give me liberty or give me death. But for 10 years of sacrifice, the rebel flag still flies over Richmond, Virginia. No one can ever truly escape the black, infernal backdrop of the war, but many have tried. And the fates of those many is where our story begins. We turn our gaze away from the house divided, west, toward the territories, and the spirit of manifest destiny. The West is an untilled field ripe with opportunities of a bountiful harvest for those strong or stupid enough to overcome its dangers. Black Horse, Kansas. Originally nothing more than a few farmhouses clustered around a herd of cattle, exploded into a bloody preview of the war itself. And when Kansas joined the Union in 1861, the everyman prayed that the worst was over. But strife and conflict, that is the song of man. And the people of Black Horse are about to be tested by a new enemy. As the coffers of the blue and gray run dry, enterprising individuals seek to be the first to complete the transcontinental railroad. The first to do so may hold the key to ending the war. But it seems likely to spill a lot more blood along the way. Hey, Justin.
Hey,
You ready?
let's do this then.
Oh, it's got to load. You stare at the wooden match, grasped tight in your fingers, lost for an eon in the bliss of the thought of what would happen if you were to light it. But Father Time corrects himself and you blink out of your stupor, cold reality setting back into motion. The sounds of the wheels and pistons of the steam engine you stowed away upon clattering along the tracks have begun to take on a hypnotic feeling. You look around once more at the interior of the luggage carriage. Boxes and suitcases stacked high and tied in place with rope. What do you do?
Put what I took out of my bag back in my bag.
Okay.
I just stare into the distance out the door.
The door's closed.
It's closed. I
Yeah.
open the door.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an athletics or driving for me. This is a test of, because the train is in motion, to see if you can open the door, but you know train, so I will allow driving.
Okay, got you. I will roll for driving.
Okay.
And I also roll the
You
one
do,
die,
yes.
right?
You roll your wild card die.
Okay, I got a 2 and a 3.
Okay.
3's on the wild die.
So the door, unfortunately, does not open at first. You're pulling on it. However, as you're pulling to open it, you suddenly hear behind you, as you're struggling with it, the door to the luggage carriage opens towards the side where the passengers would be.
Okay, I pull the door open harder.
Try to pull it open.
Yeah.
Okay. You can roll again.
Okay.
Is with a -2 modifier.
Alright.
And I will ask DJ to come to the table. What'd you roll?
I got another 3 on the wild die.
So
-2.
yeah, so 1.
Yeah, 1.
So you're having a lot of trouble getting that door open.
Damn it.
You've been avoiding the ticket collector the entire trip. And the last place you have to hide is the luggage carriage. You're almost to the destination, so you just have to hide out here long enough not to have to pay for your ticket. But you notice that the train car you're in is occupied. There's one other person, and he's trying to open the door. If you would like to give descriptions to each other of what the other person sees, like a physical description.
Okay. You want to go first?
Oh, no, after you.
Okay. So I'm visualizing, telling him what he's seeing.
What you would visualize your character to look like.
Okay.
You don't have to give any personality details or anything. Just what he looks like, what he's wearing, facial hair, stuff like that.
Okay. So what you see is a somewhat tall African American man. He's got dreads, got the bowler hat. He's wearing a duster. You see him steadily trying to open the door that he just can't seem to open.
And from your perspective, you see a average height man, little tan, but he's wearing a derby, and he's also wearing a duster as well.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just kind of watching you from a distance.
A distance being like 5 feet away. As you're
By
train
a
car.
5 foot distance. What are you trying to get to?
I see him. I look him up and down, and I'm like, oh, never mind. I thought you were somebody else.
Excuse me?
No, I thought you were the someone trying to come and get me.
Oh, you don't work for the train.
No, you don't work for the train.
Oh, no, not me.
Okay.
What's behind the door?
This is the exit. I believe my stop is coming
He's
up
trying
soon.
to open the sidecar door that would go outside the moving train.
How fast is this train moving?
At train speed.
Okay.
I believe my stop is coming up soon.
You need help?
Sure.
You seem like you've been struggling there for a little minute.
I've been struggling a little more than I'd like to admit. Yes.
Well, if you need, I can help get you out of here and get you on your way.
That'd be much appreciated.
Why, of course. By the way, what's getting out of here in such a rush and such a hurry worth it to you?
Let's just say that I need to get off where I need to get off.
How badly?
Let's just say it's more of a life or death situation.
Oh.
More or less.
These are just the kind of situations I like to find myself entangled in. So, you need my help, and you need to get off this train.
Yeah.
Well, if your coffers are deep, I might just lend you my assistance.
You want me to pay you
You
to
need,
open the train door?
you need my help. You clearly. I sat here and watched you the past 5 minutes attempt to open that door, and I know exactly how to open that door myself.
Do you not need to get off at the next stop?
Oh, I need to get off, but I can do it when the train is perfectly still.
Oh, really?
Indeed, my friend.
Do you need to be seen?
Well, let's just say I need the sort of let's just say I don't need to necessarily be seen by most people when we come to a stop.
So what you're telling me is that you know how to get off the train, but you're also hanging around in a luggage car, as I am.
Indeed. Your assessment's not wrong, my friend. Or acquaintance. I don't even know your name.
The name's Jack. You can call me Jack.
Interesting. Okay. Jack. Well, the way I see it is, if you want to get off this train right now, you can either lend your friend here five gold pieces, and I'll open that door for you.
5 gold pieces to open the door?
5 gold pieces is so much money.
1 gold piece.
It's dollars and nickels. So he's just asking for like gold doubloons.
If it's going to be that much, I can open the door myself.
No. How about the nickel, and I'll open the door for you.
Okay. Fair enough. I give him the nickel.
Okay. So you're gonna try to open the door?
Absolutely.
Well, how are you going to do it?
With sheer strength.
Okay, so he's just gonna open it. What a dick. So go ahead. I'm gonna have you roll.
Wait. My money.
Of course.
You can roll athletics.
Let me show
No,
you.
normally you wouldn't need athletics to open a train door, but because it's in motion, I'm requiring it. And you roll your wild card die as well.
Ah, well. D4. They're both 1.
That's a critical failure. So he goes to open the train door, and
Watch.
he grabs the handle, and there's a tearing of metal as the handle comes off.
Well, it appears the door is busted. Of no fault of my own.
You don't say.
There is a second door on the other side.
Okay, at this point, I walk over to the other door and attempt to open that one.
I'm not gonna make you roll because you guys have failed 3 times. It
Okay.
opens.
Alright.
You get the sense that the other one probably was broken, and that's why you couldn't get it open.
See,
He gets the sense. But you can certainly try to lie and say like, "Oh yeah, I totally yeah."
well, clearly. You see the door? I mean, the handle just fell off, my friend. Issues with the door. But remember, no refund policy.
I just look. I'm attempting to jump out now. Okay. Or I attempt to look out to see if my stop's coming up.
Roll notice. You could also roll driving if you wanted to, because this is related.
Okay.
This is related to trains. You're not driving it, but it's related to trains.
All right, let me get my discs. Both 4.
Okay. You not only know the stop is coming up, but you just know it based off of how long you've been on the train. But you can see Black Horse in the distance. You're a little closer than you would have liked.
Okay. Well, my stop is coming up. It was. I wish I could say it was nice to meet
Me.
you. But, safe travels. Then I attempt to jump out.
You can roll agility to land without injury.
Alright. Agility. 6. Both 2.
Okay. So you hit the ground. I'm going to ask you to roll vigor
Okay.
just to see if you get injured in any way.
2.
So you, you're not injured, but you are shaken. You kind of tumble in the dirt a little bit, so you're going to be a little dirty.
Okay.
You're not hurt, but that didn't feel good.
Alright.
So you would be considered shaken
Okay.
for the purposes of in-game.
Mm.
So he, from your perspective, you watch, he goes and jumps, and it looks like he's going to be okay, and then he kind of twists his ankle and eats shit in the dirt. Are you riding into town, or are you jumping off as well?
Well, I want to assess my. I want to assess what's around me.
Roll notice.
8. 6.
6. You do see black horses coming up, and you are in the luggage car. There might be some valuables stored here.
Yes, I want to sort through what's in the luggage compartment.
Okay, you can roll. Well, you rolled notice already, so I will say that with a 6, you can go through the luggage, and you do manage to find. That's one success. I will say you managed to find. Let's say $5. Not all in one. Not like a $5 bill, like in various coins, going through multiple people's things. However,
Collective.
eventually, over a couple minutes, you do hear somebody is coming to check out, like the door's opening, probably coming to check out why there's a draft coming in through the train.
Oh, God damn it. What the hell did that Jack do? Alright. At that point, I might have to follow suit.
You gonna jump?
I'm gonna jump.
Okay, you can roll agility.
God damn it, Jack. Agility. 4. 3.
So you are also kind of eat shit, unless you want to spend a penny to reroll.
No.
But, so you do kind of eat shit. I'm gonna ask you to roll vigor. This is more like you would take a wound here if you critically failed, but I'm not gonna wound you for jumping off the train. But in combat, you would be shaken.
Okay, 2.
So you are not. You're fine. You're shaken. But this would matter in like a combat situation. You would be
Right.
shaken. But it's not combat. So you are a bit behind him because the train was moving a bit faster. But you did see him jump off. He's ahead of you, obviously.
I pick up the pace.
Okay. And I'm assuming you brought your bag.
Yes.
Okay. Do you wait for him, or do you just head into town? You kinda look-
To be honest, I'm not really looking for him.
Okay.
I am just kind of assessing myself at this time. I'm just kind of brushing myself off,
Okay.
and I'm just like coming to terms with what the hell I just did.
Yeah. So, you do catch up with him. He's dusting himself off. As you're approaching him, you notice that the duster is pretty well made. It's a good duster, but the suit. Oh, jeez.
You want me to grab it?
Yeah. All right. Thank you. I will have to figure. I don't know why it's going to sleep on us like that. Just double tap, like hold it. There it is. Thanks, Justin.
Yep.
I'll have to figure that out. Sorry.
It's all good.
I've read the manual twice. I can't figure it out.
Really? Yeah, we'll take
We'll
a
figure it out. So you, the duster that he's wearing is pretty nice. It's a good duster, but the suit that he's wearing underneath is kind of tattered and shabby. And you notice as he's approaching you, his outfit is not of extravagant make. It's subtle. but it's the clothes of somebody who has resources, but doesn't want to display resources. You would pick up on this with what you do.
So we're walking into town.
Well, you guys have met back up.
We have interactions.
Unless you want to go right to walking into town if you don't have any more roleplay.
I look him up and down. I notice his outfit, and I go, that makes sense. And I just keep walking. Like I walk right past.
The hell does that mean? Your damn antics back there on the train made me jump off the train as well.
I did not make you do anything. You
You
can't
were gonna-
blame me for that.
You were gonna get me caught.
It's not my fault. You should have opened the door. I paid you well enough for it.
15 cents ain't nothing to you. I can tell.
Judging by the amount you made me pay, I can tell a lot about you. I can tell a lot about a man based on what he wears.
Where the hell are you from?
You don't need to know. Continue to walk into town.
Okay. Do you follow?
I'm gonna follow at a distance.
Okay. I will turn off the train because the train has passed. Could you roll notice for me?
Sure.
This is a bit of a retroactive notice, but I didn't want to interrupt what was going on.
I got a 4.
4. The train on the side of it was Black River Rail Company.
Okay. Good to know.
So, the road that runs parallel to the tracks into town is a simple dirt one, well packed down from travel that bears the markings of a town recently come to life. There's a simple timber fence that lines the road's left side and appears to have been built recently. Its bright wood not yet dulled by the weather. Your unscheduled disembarking of the train doesn't appear to have been noticed. In fact, there's nobody around to have seen. You approach the outskirts of Black Horse, close enough to make out the people in the streets. It appears to be a bustling place with clean streets and freshly painted buildings. A wooden arbor marks the entrance to town with a hand-painted sign that reads, Black Horse, population 2,000, absolutely no firearms. Report to Sheriff's Office to check in.
Okay. Guess I head towards the sheriff's office.
Okay. You go to the Sheriff's Office?
Mm-hmm.
And you are...
Not going to the sheriff's office.
So where are you going?
I want to walk a little bit through town first.
Okay. Goodbye, Justin.
Oh.
Shit.
So, you're walking through town. What are you looking for?
Well, I'm looking to see what I can see in this town.
Roll notice.
8. And if you get a 6 on the
You
wild,
re-roll that,
out.
yes.
So 8.
8 total. So that's a raise. You notice that the town is in the shape of a T. The top of the T follows the train tracks, and the other half of the T comes down from it. Pretty standard setup for this kind of town, for a rail town.
So just a single street.
It's 2 streets really. It's a T.
Okay, yeah.
But it's not like a perfect T. Like the bottom of the T kind of curves a little bit. But you would know from your notice check and from previous grifts in town of this sort that the money is going to be located on the track that runs parallel to the train. That's where all the businesses are going to be. And then the shaft of the T is probably all residential. And businesses related to residents. Like maybe a general store might be there. That's probably where the undertaker is. Stuff like that. But like the saloons and the hotels, all that's going to be
along the
train track. Yeah.
Okay.
You do clock the sheriff's office and the mayor's office as you're going through town, so you know the locations of those important to you. I will say with the notice roll that you rolled, you do not see
You know what I'm looking for.
Yes. You do not see one hanging at the sheriff's or the mayor's
Okay, fantastic.
Are you going anywhere specific, or are you just? Well, you could say that clocking in town took some time.
Hey, I'm just walking around town. I'm trying to assess. I spent my time kind of assessing what's going on in this town.
Okay.
I need to make sure that this town is going to be suitable for me.
Yeah. Goodbye. Could I have Justin back, and could I have Sean, please? So, Jock, you approach the sheriff's office. There are some signs hanging outside. You see the same sign, similar, says absolutely no firearms permitted in town. There's some information on there that you check in your firearms with the sheriff, and they give you a token that you can get your guns back when you go to leave town. Generally, the rules in Western towns are no firearms unless you're law enforcement, but you can own them and you can keep them in your house.
Okay.
That's basically how it works. There's no guns in the streets like in the movies. They did not do that in the West. But everybody had guns because you needed them for protection. Just you didn't have them willy-nilly. You see hanging from there is also a notice tacked there that says, you would notice this, it says the Black River Rail Company is offering they're offering bounties on Ghost Rock. Up to like in from 1 to 100 ounces, they're offering $100 per ounce. There's also a wanted poster sign, but you don't really pay much attention to that.
Okay.
And you enter. So you get the sense that you don't have to go in if you don't have a gun to check in.
I decide not to walk in.
Okay.
I just walk past, check it out, continue to walk, I guess, into town.
You are inside the sheriff's office, and you see somebody come up onto the wooden porch, read the signs, and keep walking.
So I come out.
The sheriff and the other deputy are not in the office. You're the one manning the desk.
So I notice that he comes up. Does he like contemplate and then just walk off? Like how close does he get?
You see, you don't see him. You see like the shadow in the window.
Gotcha. All right, so I'll go check it out.
You hear the door to the sheriff's office open behind you as you're walking away.
Can I help you?
Ah, good day, sir. I'm new in the town. I saw the sign at the beginning of the entrance into town, and I figured I'd...
Look to cause trouble?
Oh, no, of course not. Of course not.
Care for troublemakers.
Fair. I am no troublemaker. Just a drifter. Heard this town was up and coming, so I figured I'd check it out.
Make sure check it out. Remind yourself. You got no guns on you, do you?
Oh, no, sir.
Saw you by the door. A little suspicious, don't you think?
No, not at all. I saw the signs and eyesight's a little bad, so I figured I'd walk up and check it out. You know all the rules in town before I decide to stay. Could you tell me where the saloon is, by chance?
Look, I question him a bit, and I still have my drink out there because I'm not gonna leave that.
Yeah. Do you want to give him a description of you? Did you hear Justin's description of himself?
I did not. So what do I see right now?
Yeah, give each other a
yourself.
description.
Okay, so you see a rather tall African-American man with a bowler hat. He's got dreads. He's wearing a duster that's a little dirtier than you'd like to admit. And that's really just a regular average man, you know. I have a bag with me, but, you know, I'm a wanderer, just a traveler, so.
Gotcha, okay. Me, I have the drink in hand. A little bit rugged, you know, aged deputy. Long hair, you know, tied in a ponytail in the back,
Mm.
cowboy hat, cowboy coat.
Mm.
You know, he has a. I have my gun, right?
Oh, yeah, you're a
So I have
lawman.
my revolver on my side. Oh, and the thing is, I forgot. I'm missing my right hand. So
Oh.
I do not have a right hand.
You see,
Okay.
he has the sleeve on that hand is rolled
Mhm.
up, and there's a leather strap to the bracelet that has a metal cap on it.
Okay.
Like it's a strap here, and then there's a metal end to it.
Mm.
And the revolver is on his left side.
Okay.
And I have my drinking left in my left hand. And I'm studying you as you say that. Asking where the saloon is. I'm like, ugh. You got the silver dollar down that way.
Mm.
But looking at you, I think you need a shower first. Something happened?
You know, dust storms outside of town got a little dirty.
Dust.
Well, if that's the case, can you tell me where the local hotel is?
Actually, don't know where that local hotel.
You do know it. It is. Give me 1 second, please. Let me just check my notes. Oops, that's not that one. Okay. The name of the hotel is the Wilhelmina, and its owner is Shane Munchin.
Write that down real quick. Munchin, right?
M-U with a umlaut, N-C-H-E-N. And it is right next to, it is across the street from the train station, opposite from where the saloon is. It's not, it wasn't there in our session 0.
Gotcha,
It's
okay.
more recently built.
Gotcha. Okay. You got the Silver Saloon down that way.
Uh-huh.
Other side, you got the Wilhelmina, owned by Shane Munchin. If you want to go clean up around there, don't you go
Okay.
don't cause any trouble.
Oh, of course not. Of course not. I didn't catch your name.
Clint Cameron Coldwood.
Pleasure to meet you. I am Jack. I'll be on my way. Thank you. Then I head towards the Wilhelmina.
You watch him as he heads off to the Wilhelmina. What do you do?
I watch and make sure he's gonna head there because, you know, distrustful by nature.
Sure.
So I go back inside and I go back and sit down what I was doing.
Goodbye.
Don't you cause any trouble.
Oh, of course not. I would never.
So, you enter the hotel.
Walk up to the desk and say, hello, my name is Jack. I have a room arranged for me here.
See the man behind the desk is a bald man, the big handle mustache, kind of short, ruddy in the face with a kind of a big nose. Actually, kind of Dr. Eggman-ish, but not cartoony.
Okay.
It used to be black mustache, it's gray now.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, "Well, certainly, friend. You're gonna say you had a reservation?
Yes, sir.
What was the name under?"
Cyrus. Try Jack Cyrus.
"Oh, Mr. Cyrus, welcome. You paid handsomely for your reservation. I'll get you your key."
Thank you very much, sir.
He gives you your key. Now, we have accommodations here at the hotel. We have a bath, if you're interested. First one's free, but after that, it's going to be 5 cents to use the bath. There is a bar down at the hotel. Not quite as fancy as the Silver Dollar Saloon, but we got what you need, especially for a nightcap.
Excellent.
However, we don't have kitchen. I'm
Okay.
sorry to say that, but they have plenty of what you need across the street over at the saloon.
Okay, very well.
Those
Thank you,
Styles boys, they do good work over there. They got, I recommend get the beef.
sir.
The Kissin' Beef Ranch, it's to die for. Melts in your mouth.
Does sound quite tasty. I'll have to try it on your recommendation.
Well, you have yourself a pleasant day, sir, and if you need anything, my name is Shane. Shane Munchin.
Ah, thank you, Mr. Munchin.
Good day, sir. Good day, Mr. Cyrus.
And to you. So at that point, I'll probably go to my room, check it out. I'll take a bath,
Okay.
clean up a bit before I head to the saloon.
Okay, you bring your bag?
Yeah.
The whole thing?
Uh,
I only ask because...
well, no, I know. I'm not sharing a room with anyone, right?
No, it's a private room,
my
and it's a big room. It's
Okay.
the master bedroom of this hotel.
Okay. All right. I'll leave it there. I will, however, take a package that I have in the bag with me.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll
So,
head to the saloon.
also, we kind of talked about this before we started playing. Knives? Is that something you're interested in?
Yeah, it would be good for me to have. Yeah, it would be good for me to have at least one.
I won't make you role play it. You can find the general store pretty easy. They would probably sell kitchen knives, but knives are knives. They're not going to have like Bowie knives.
Right.
But
right.
depending on what you're using them for, they will service.
Okay.
You could buy. How many do you want to buy? He doesn't have a lot.
All right. I'll buy 2.
He's got 2 knives.
Okay.
You clean out his stock with 2.
Okay.
I'm gonna say 2 knives. Probably. I'm not gonna look it up. $2.
Okay.
I think that sounds like a fair price for a steel knife.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. I guess I will head to the saloon then.
Okay, so you go to the Silver Dollar Saloon. You approach the saloon. The exterior is a wide front with a wooden porch. It's a nice saloon. It's one of the older buildings in town, but it's kept in good repair. And you head inside. There is a piano player. There's a player piano. One of the ones with the spool that plays itself that is currently playing. It's about it's mid-afternoon now, a little bit later, like 2 p.m. So it's lively. People have stopped in for drinks, but it's not after work hours lively. What do you do?
Walk up to the bar, have a seat.
To the bar itself?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You approach the bar.
Mm-hmm.
There is 2 bartenders currently manning the bar. One of them is a tall, broad-shouldered black gentleman with his hair very cleanly shaven, a little bit of a beard, but very cleanly shaven. The other one is shorter, a little bit scrawnier, and his eyes appear to be a little bit too big for his head. You know, that kind of bug-eyed look, but the family resemblance between the 2 of them is clear.
Okay.
Which of the bartenders would you like to flag down?
I'll talk to the bug-eyed one.
Okay. Call him over. How you doing today, mister?
Oh, I'm doing fine.
Glad to meet you. Name's Benny.
Benny. Benny. Okay. Just the person I was looking for. First and foremost, I'd like, whatever your local drink is, whatever you recommend.
Oh, well, we have some excellent beer that's brewed here.
Mm.
Brewed right in town. Now, our spirits, they come from outside town. But beer, excellent. That's brewed by, that's actually brewed over at the general store, Mr. Cornelius English. He brews it himself. It's delicious.
Really? Okay, let me have that. And, the gentleman over across the way in the hotel says you guys have a mean beef dish over here.
Right now, today, for lunch, we have beef stew, mister.
Have me some of that, too, if you don't mind.
I'll be more than delighted to get you.
Thank you. It's much appreciated.
He comes back within a few minutes, maybe 5, 7, something like that, with a bowl of beef stew and a beer.
Okay, so I'm just sitting there, I'm drinking the beer. This is delicious. That's
Good,
delicious.
ain't it? It's my personal favorite he's done. Yeah,
I
thanks,
can see
mister.
why.
Thank you, mister. That'll actually be, that'll be $1.50.
Oh, of course. I slide him $2.
Okay.
Keep the rest for
Takes
yourself.
it. That all kind of you, mister.
This is quite tasty. So, it's quite the coincidence. I run into you, Mr. Benny.
He kind of he's like, okay, interesting.
I have a package for you, actually.
You can see his face goes pale.
Oh no, it's just a package, my good man. It's this, right?
That's it.
Okay. Sorry. Take it out. Excuse me.
It's actually both of the two things that I gave you.
Okay.
He puts his hands up and says, he leans in a little bit and says, you're the man with the bayou? I'll be upstairs. He turns over to the other bartender and says, Cole House, man the bar, I've got to go upstairs for a moment. And heads upstairs.
Put it down, push it away. I asked the other one.
I just have to keep
okay.
running over here to do this.
I asked the other one, do you have a restroom around here?
Well, yes, the outhouse is out back. Go out, take a right, and out by the windmill.
Okay. Oh, thank you very much.
Of course.
So I get up, finish my meal. Leave him a tip too. Wait, thank you. Much appreciated.
A nickel or a dime is a fine tip.
Okay. And I locate the stairs. Where are the stairs located?
And easily visible from where you're sitting. It's on the right side of the room.
Mm.
It goes up and actually over, like a balcony, goes over the bar.
Okay.
And then there's, it goes to the end, and there's a door, which probably leads to like a hallway and some other rooms.
Okay. I guess I'll head up the stairs.
He watches you as you go upstairs, but he doesn't say anything.
Okay. And do I notice which room Benny went into?
Well, he went to that door at the other end.
All right. Well, I'll head that way.
So you go through the door, and he's waiting for you on the other side, and he's like, follow me, sir.
Okay.
I hope your trip was pleasant.
For the most part, it was okay.
It's good. It's good. And he leads you to a door and leads you inside. It appears to be an office. Where they probably run the books. It's not extravagant by any means. You know, they get by here.
Okay.
Yeah. Sits down at the other end of the table and says, "Please, have a seat." So he wants to ask a question, but doesn't want to. You're reading from him. He really wants to ask something, but he's trying to not overstep his bounds.
Benny, calm down. Speak your mind. What is it?
My wife and son.
Yeah. Yes. What about them?
They're okay, right? They're okay.
I would imagine so. I mean, you did everything you were supposed to do on your end.
Well, I did my best. I tried my best.
If you were just dealing with me, I would probably say your best was good enough. But I can't speak for Simone. What I'm saying is that I don't personally know. If I did, I would tell you.
What's the package? I will take that.
Here you go, good man.
He opens the package. You notice that the weight of the package was 2 gold bars.
Okay.
That fall out. He mostly ignores those for the letter. If I could get the fucking thing open. Man, I did not have to seal this.
You really did. I mean,
but I did.
I wasn't gonna open it, wanted to, but thought against it.
Okay, well, what you notice comes out of it is a picture, or it looks like a photograph, but you can't see the other side of it. He looks at it. 200 gold bars and an envelope. Opens the envelope. His hands are shaking the entire time he's opening it. He very, frantically opens the paper and starts reading it. You can see he goes through kind of an emotional roller coaster. He goes high and then low, and then kind of crests back to a middle point. Puts down the letter and looks at you. All the information you requested, I did my best. I tried real good, but you got to understand that most of the people y'all was asking questions about, they don't come into the Silver Dollar very often. But well, I don't think I need to inform you that Miss Hagrida, she I couldn't find no known family, no relations. I couldn't find anything on her, but she never leaves her house. She never comes out of the manor. But I did find information on some of the people that work with her. They're Elvira Comstock and Agnes Comstock. They're twin sisters.
Okay.
But I don't know. I couldn't find anything else on them. Just that they're twin sisters. I don't know where they came from. They've only been here for a couple months now. But the two of them. Do you need those names again?
You said Agnes and Elvira?
Agnes and Elvira.
Elvira, okay.
And he also said Miss Hagrida.
Alright. Miss Hagrida, okay.
There's a Jane Warrener. Miss Warrener, I found out from a feller that she may have a daughter in Hell's Whole Acre.
Hell's Hall?
Hell's Whole Acre.
Whole Acre.
Like whole, W-H.
Okay.
There's Irene Kispence. Scuttlebutt. I heard around that she and the hotel manager might be having an affair, but don't go spreading no rumors.
You said her name was Irene?
Irene.
Irene.
E-R-E-N-E.
Okay, and what was her last name?
Kispence. Kispence.
Kispence. Okay.
Said she might be having an affair with the hotel manager.
Okay.
And there's Rochelle Grosmick. Miss Grosmick, she's the daughter of the Undertaker. And she's about 16. She lived here all her life. I've seen her when she was growing up, but she recently, I heard Mr. Grosmick, he was bragging at the bar that Rochelle got a job over at the manor, and now nobody ever goes in the manor except for the mayor and the sheriff. So that seemed weird to me, but that's all I can find out, Mister. I swear, I tried.
What is the sheriff's name?
His Charlie Fulton.
Charlie. Okay. And Rochelle. What was her last name?
Grosmick. Grosmick.
Okay. Is that all?
That's all I have. I tried real hard, but none of these, they don't ever come in here.
Well, okay, Benny. That's all you have. I guess that's all you have. Okay.
His lower lip is quivering. He's like, I promise that's all I got. I tried my best, please. But I just, my wife, please.
I suppose I'll hear from someone sooner or later. And when I do, if there's anything to report to you, I'll let you know.
Okay. All right. Yeah. That's best I can hope for.
I'm sorry, my friend. I just there's only so much I can do. It's out of my hands. But, you take care. I'll be seeing you.
You exit the office. He doesn't even get up. Just stays sitting there.
Yeah, I'll just head downstairs.
Could I have John, please? Oh, hey, buddy.
Hello?
Hey, welcome to the party.
So, you've been sitting in the bar at the back. You read the thing, the handwritten part that I wrote on the back of your... You've been sitting at the back of the Silver Dollar. You notice Benny go upstairs, and then a stranger follow him up, and now only the stranger is exiting from the stairs, and he's coming back down.
Okay.
Suppose I have time for another beer. I guess I'll head back to the bar.
Okay.
So I'm sitting at the bar just drinking. I'm keeping an eye on the...
You were at a table. Oh, this camera's killing me.
Oh,
Justin.
I got you.
You were at the back. I'll wait till Justin gets the camera working. I gotta figure this out. So you're at a table at the back wall, like by yourself, and you have a glass of beer that really hasn't been touched.
Yeah, kind of staking it out.
Yeah, and you notice this individual come down, and he heads back towards the bar.
Okay. I'm going to continue sitting at my seat and continue monitoring the situation.
Okay. You go up and order another beer. I'll ask you to roll notice real quick.
All right. Six.
Okay, you notice, I'll let you know when you see the thing that you notice.
Okay.
So the bartender, the other one whose name you overheard was Coalhouse, approaches you a little bit cautiously because he noticed you go upstairs. Can I help you?
Yes. Cool house was it? I'll take another drink, please.
Okay, he kind of looks over his shoulder, and you notice that as he looks back to you, his eye flicks to the corner of the room. And then he's, what'll it be, mister?
Give me your best recommendation.
Well, I saw you had some of Mr. Cornelius' English beer.
Yes, it was quite good.
That's the specialty that we have at the moment, but I also got whiskey, I got gin. I have maybe a bottle of tequila.
Oh, tequila's good, but no, it's too strong for the middle of the day. You know what? Just give me another one of Mr. Cornelius's drinks.
Okay, so he goes to get you another beer. Do you want to look where his eyes flick to?
Yeah, just looking around.
You look over and you make eye contact with an individual for a second before they look down. Do you want to give him a description of the individual that he makes eye contact with?
There's a guy off in the kind of the back sitting at the table. He has like a dark cowboy hat. It's kind of pulled down a little bit, not like completely covering his face, but he's inconspicuous.
Okay.
Vest, like rolled up sleeves. He's like put together, but not like wealthy. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
And he's sitting there just kind of like, you see him fiddling with the mug a little bit, but you never like really see him take like a big swig.
Okay. And I guess from your perspective, I'm just rather tall, black guy, bowler hat, just sitting at the bar taking a drink.
I'm just kind of like watching you guys, but I inconspicuously.
Okay. Well, I'll go back to my drink after I noticed you noticing me. I'm just gonna let's take another sip of my drink. Just just wait around. But every now and then, I'll keep like eyeing you just to like make sure you're like not, trying to make a move or whatever.
And I haven't. So
Okay.
far. So
Okay.
like you can tell that maybe the way this guy's body language shifted is like, oh, this guy like he I think he recognizes me somehow.
Okay, gotcha. So I'm just at the bar, just enjoying my drink.
So it isn't long before. Could I have DJ back to the table? So we were in the saloon, and we knew it was only a matter of time.
Well,
So the door opens to the saloon, and both of you, with one of your things, and you with one of your things, would immediately look to the door as it opens. You recognize the individual walking in. You do not.
Well,
Kind of just put my hand up, and I'm just like,
I'm just gonna kind of, I'm gonna recognize him, but I'm going to actually just actively ignore his presence.
Sure. Okay.
And I'm going to make my way to the bar front.
Okay. So he is at the bar. It's not a terribly long bar, so you won't be too far from him. And he's kind of sitting in the middle of it. So you could ignore him, but you kind of will be next to him if you go.
Yeah,
to the
that's
bar.
fine. That's fine.
Okay. Sure.
As long as he knows I'm ignoring him, it obviously seems like he's ignoring me. I'm dusty, a little messed up, and yes, I walk up to the bar. I just kind of put my hand up.
You're the only two sitting at the bar at the moment, and the rather broad-shouldered, dark-skinned gentleman approaches and says, "Howdy, mister. What can I do for you?"
Whiskey.
Whiskey. I got whiskey. Reaches under, pulls out a brown liquid bottle. That sweet, sweet whiskey. You want a shot or a glass?
Well, listen, I'll take a glass, but I also got a flask. I want to see if I can get filled.
Well, I can't do that here, sir. But the mayor got strict rules about alcohol consumption in town. Now, you can get that filled at the general store, but you can't get that filled here. We had a problem with, let's call them rabble-rousers in the past. So I can't fill flasks here. I wish I could.
Ain't no harm.
But I can get you a shot of whiskey.
No, I'll take a glass.
Oh, sorry.
On the rocks, my friend.
On the what?
Never mind. just regular old whiskey.
Pours you a glass of whiskey. He puts down the glass and says, "Listen, mister, I could put a couple rocks in it for you if you want."
No. Forget I said anything. I'm
sure?
sorry. It's been a terribly long day. Trust
please.
me. It's just neat is the way I like it.
All right, I can make it dirty, and throw some
listen.
gravel in there, or whatever. All right,
it's
okay. Well, that'll be 5 cents.
I'll give him 6 cents. He can keep the.
Okay. You hear this whole interaction.
I'm just shaking my head. This
feature reference. There's no ice.
Obviously, I figured it out as soon as I said that.
Oh, jeez.
All right.
Well, fellas, you're in the saloon.
Wait, do you see this guy?
You do not, because you have no reason to see him. But he sees you.
I'm off at a table in the corner.
All right.
Take a sip of my drink. I look over and go, "You're welcome."
You're welcome. Jack?
Yeah, you're welcome for buying your first drink.
I just paid for my first drink.
Yeah, the money that I gave you.
Huh.
You're welcome.
Well, thank you, my friend. Well, listen, if it's any consolation, it was money well earned and well deserved.
Now That's the way I see it.
Especially after what you put me through back in the shenanigans that you tried to throw down at that train. Listen, do you understand that I was doing just mighty fine? And that
You walked into my cart.
I was already there.
No.
I was
already there.
You do clock that they're starting to get like in
I'm now like obviously paying attention to what's happening.
I was already there when you came into my car and started opening up doors, or at least trying to open up doors.
You and I have two very different remembrances of what actually happened.
Well, I can tell you exactly what happened. I was back in the luggage compartment doing official business in the luggage compartment, and then I see you kind of mosey on through. I don't say anything. I just watch you struggle to go ahead and open up that door a couple times. I offered my assistance, realized that the door has a mechanical defect in it, and then I see you go to the other side and open up the door and then jump out. As you jump out, guess what? You make this whole big commotion and cause me to have to follow you out the door. Now look my duster. You don't understand how good this duster is? I want you to feel it. Feel it. No. Because you caused it to happen. I want you to feel the quality of this duster, okay? Listen.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's nice, exactly. You
It's
made
about
me
the only thing that's nice.
What's
going on
listen,
with the...
and you made me go out into the dirt and got me all messed up.
Well, as I said before, you're welcome. I bought you a drink. So why not worry about it?
So at this point, I get up from the table and I start like casually making my way
Sure, to the bar. And they're just arguing.
Yeah.
Like,
You seem so angry.
It's like
What's
a
the
loud
problem?
whisper.
You messed
Is
up
how
my
they're
good
arguing.
my good dress, man.
Is that your only good one? Relax. I'm just joking.
Listen, you lucky that the whiskey here is pretty good.
Ah, you should try that beef stew. It's pretty good too.
Beef stew?
Mm-hmm.
You've reached the bar.
Yeah.
All
Reached
I've
the
been
bar.
eating lately has been just whatever I found across.
That's unfortunate.
Gentlemen, pardon the interruption. Did I overhear something about a train incident of some sort?
No, you didn't.
Incident? No.
No, don't mind me. I was just, sitting over by the table, minding my own business. Now,
I noticed you sitting over there.
this is
I don't know about minding my own business if you're gonna come over here and talk about some train.
Excuse me, what did you say?
Now, you might be asking why I'm asking about this train. I have a special interest in the train station here myself.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you see, my name is Deputy Duncan Walker. I'm just a lawman here to keep peace here in the town, and now if I'm understanding the situation correctly, it sounds like neither of you actually should have belonged on that train. Am I mistaken?
Would ever give you that assumption?
Just the words that came out of your own mouth a couple minutes ago. But,
Listen, my friend, listen. Listen, me and Jack, we go back a little bit. We were just playing. All right, listen. There was ain't nothing that we do. Listen, Jack. Just tell this fine gentleman about our fine friendship that we have, okay? And that we just like to make up. Let's just say we just like to make up little stories from time to time, just to make fake argument, just for entertainment purposes.
Why, yes. Me and Timmy here go way back, and you see, it's an ongoing joke that we have every time we meet up in a new town together. We play a sort of game where whoever comes up with the most ridiculous story of how we got into said town owes the other one a drink.
that's a nice
So we meet at the local saloon and we just,
It's a banter. It's
we
banter.
bullshit.
Yeah, you go around, you trade tall tales.
Yes, I apologize if you believed the story, but
I think
I would also venture to say that the story was well believed.
Hey,
So
if we had a deputy on our side, listen, thinking that we were in the wrong here by some way.
I would say it was a pretty good story.
You know what? Just to settle your heart a little bit, how about on us? We'll buy yourself your next drink. Next round is on us, and we can all be good drinking buddies.
Sure.
Now, listen, boys. I'm not the kind of man to really start trouble. In fact, I just want to make sure everyone is happy and peaceful in this town.
Oh, we're fantastic, aren't we, Timmy?
Yeah.
Timmy.
Yeah, absolutely, Jack.
Yeah.
Now, as I understand that these are all fabrications between you and your friend Timmy here, about who can have the most fantastical tales. Now, where in that process did Timmy become covered in dirt?
You see, Timmy is clumsy. He tripped on his way into town.
I see.
Listen, so it's actually quite a funny story. So if you see, so we got outside the saloon. If you see over by the where the train station is, I was just kind of meandering around in that general vicinity, and there happened to be kind of like a growth from like a tree, I guess you would say, kind of it was like a branch kind of coming out of the ground, and I just so happened I was walking, and my foot kind of caught the branch, and boom, I was down in the dirt. It was bad. And you know what makes matters worse? Makes matters worse. Jack over here saw it, and now he's using that as ammunition against me, saying that I look like
You can arrest
Doesn't
them.
sound like a very
I don't know what you're talking about.
How much history you two have together.
He's clumsy. What can I say? It's funny. I'm sorry.
He was laughing at me.
Boys, we have all night to figure out this story. Why don't two of you come down with me to the sheriff's office and you can regale me with more tales of clumsy
Excuse me?
deeds.
Do you have any? Are you trying to say you have some sort of suspicion that we are in some sort of wrongdoing?
Yeah, I guess I would call it a hunch.
But listen, I mean, if anybody's in the wrong, it's him. He's covered in debt.
Now, it's your word against his right now, and I feel like I need a little bit more time to really unpack the whole situation.
Listen. I think you got the wrong idea about all of us, okay? Listen, my friend here, Jack.
Colehouse, the big bartender, comes over and says, Mr. Walker, do you need assistance escorting these gentlemen out of my establishment?
Mr. Colehouse, I would love your assistance.
Comes around the bar and grabs hold of Jack, the back of Jack, and
Easy now,
picks him
easy
up.
now. I'll go.
And forcibly ejects him from the bar. You don't fall in the dirt, but he's a big guy. So you're kind of tossed out of the door.
Jesus.
Do you grab him?
Yeah.
Or just like put an.
I like put my hand on his back and I'm like, now let's take a walk.
All right. I didn't even get your name, and you're already putting hands on me.
I'm Deputy Duncan Walker.
Jesus, I'm gonna have to have you write that down for me later.
Do you go?
I'll go.
You take them to the sheriff's office. If I can have Sean back. I know, it's terrible. We have to role play. This is so much fun.
Oh yeah.
So he leads you back through the streets behind the both of you, walking a few steps behind. He to the sheriff's office where you've been before, where you purposely avoided. And it is, I would say now it's probably been about 2 hours, so it's about, I would say, 4 p.m. Based on the time of year, it's not dark yet. It's April. In life and in our game,
Accurate.
it's April.
Okay.
So you're outside the sheriff's office. You know that the sheriff is not in town at the moment. It is just you and Clint are in charge right now. He was called to the marshal's office for, he didn't tell you what, but he's out of town at the moment.
So I kind of marched them into the sheriff's office.
Okay. You guys capitulate?
This is ridiculous.
Listen. I think you're overreacting given the situation, my friend.
Now, boys, I don't think you're bad people. Now, I just need to really get down to the bottom of what's going on.
All right.
I agree, and I think you should. Absolutely.
Deputy Dunkirk, okay? I need you to just focus on the fact of what we were saying back at the bar, at the saloon.
We'll say they've entered the office
Yeah,
at this point. And you see Clint, feet up on the desk, drink still in hand. Probably been drinking all day. You guys have been drawing straws for whoever gets the desk work and whoever gets the actual walking around town part.
Yeah.
You draw straws. He drew the short straw this time.
Well.
Clint, my good man, how are you?
Ain't the troublemaker.
See, that is where you are wrong, my friend.
Oh, I'm never
I
wrong,
have
I'm
been
afraid.
falsely accused.
Falsely accused.
Yes. I did my very best not to have to come back here.
And I'm the mayor of this town, that's right, after falsely accused. I knew.
What?
Yeah, you heard me.
I heard you, but I didn't think I understood you.
I don't think you fell for it, Clint.
Walker, we need some more drink.
I can get it for you in a minute. Now, yeah.
Kind of helped myself while you were gone.
To all of it?
It was working.
You were supposed to be filling out paperwork.
It's
Not hitting
filled
the
out.
bottle.
I gotta get motivated, man.
Well, I can use some of that motivation right now to help me crack this little case.
This case, well,
It's not a case.
It's literally
It's
literally
just a
not a case.
wrongful imprisonment.
did he tell you to talk?
No.
I didn't think so. Walker, walk me through it. What'd you hear?
Now, I was staking out the silver dollar as we were talking about earlier, and I happened to hear these two individuals both talking about something about illegal train riding.
Oh, illegal train riding. Sounds like a thing a couple of troublemakers were doing. But we don't have any troublemakers here, do we?
We certainly don't. Except maybe for this guy.
Now, I had a
If you
real
got any
hard-
troublemakers over here.
I came to the sheriff's office. As soon as I entered town, where were you?
What were you
Clint,
doing?
you can vouch for me. You saw me. We had a lovely conversation.
I don't think I asked you to speak further than a yes, sir, or a no, sir.
Now, my friend with the sunny disposition here does not mean you any harm, neither do I. Now,
I wouldn't rule that out.
well, I'm just trying to get to the bottom of this case, and my friend here might use some of his special persuasion techniques.
It's called a gun.
Now, we don't need to go that far, but, push comes to shove. Now, what are you gentlemen really doing here?
Permission to speak?
Granted.
Okay, thank you. Now, as I was saying before, I was just coming into town. I heard that this town was a nice up-and-coming town. I wanted to come to town and see what I could make of myself. So I stopped by the sheriff's office. As soon as I came into town, realized I didn't have any firearms on me, so I didn't think to go in and introduce myself. But Clint decided to come outside. We had a lovely conversation. He told me where the hotel was. He told me where the saloon was. I said good day. He said good day, and I was on my way.
Does that sound correct to you, Mr. Colwood?
More or less.
And what is your name, sir?
Oh, my name is Jack.
Jack?
Mm-hmm.
Jack,
Jack Cyrus.
Jack Cyrus. Well, that's a mighty fancy name you got there. And what about you?
Well, I was just coming through town. I'm a traveling salesman by trade. And so I was just coming through town. I just happened to stumble upon the beauty of Black Horse. I've heard people talking about it, but I didn't hear people talking about y'all just arresting people on sight upon entering your town. But I digress. Anyway, I came into town and I was just looking for a little bite a bite to eat, and something to drink. And then to conduct my business as any lawful man would. But then here I am, getting assaulted and thrown into the brig for some, I don't even know what my charges are.
Well, first off, sir, you are not arrested, you are detained. There's a very fine line between the two of them, but it is important. Second of all, you said that you are a salesman, am I correct?
Traveling salesman by trade. That's all I do. I go around, I sell my things, I take goods from one place, I bring them to another, I sell them. That's all I do.
Now, what kind of goods would these be?
Well, it could be pretty much just about anything.
Just knickknacks and doodads?
Knickknacks and, little old trinkets, as you might say.
I see.
And I go around and I sell them to, patroons that might be, walking around from town to town. They might be interested in what I have to sell. I took after my daddy and, I took up his trade and, decided to carry forward in life.
Well, I haven't heard any holes in his story, Mr. Colwood. What do you have to say about this?
I get up, put down 2 glasses in front of each one, pour some drink.
Oh, there is some left.
Enough for me, and give him a little bit extra,
It's like a half.
There's not enough for me.
No,
but-
It's a half shot. You good shit.
Gentlemen, you're thirsty. Take a drink.
Don't mind if I do.
Now, you all seem like family men. Am I getting that clear? Jack, you have a family? Sir, Merchant, you have a family? Said you had a daddy.
Well, don't know him too well, if I'm being
You know him
too
well
honest.
enough to take after him.
Well, just the stories that I heard from my mama.
You have a mama too, so you have a family. This town, Black Horse, it's like a family. Me and Walker, we got it. Wasn't in good shape. Blood, sweat, and tears went into this town making it what it is. This, as you said, great town that it is. If 2 people come here trying to fuck with this town, there'll be hell to pay. So tell me, are you fucking with my town?
Of course not.
Good.
Now, like I said, gentlemen, I'm just trying to find a peaceful resolution to the whole thing, but I can't find that if you won't tell me the truth.
That is the truth. At least it's the truth on my end. I can't speak so much for Timmy here.
Timmy?
Yeah.
Knock at the door.
I'll get it. Get
Could
up.
I have Rocco to the table? Sorry. If you could give a character description of what they see as they open the door. Now, you two would recognize this individual. You two would not.
So what you see stumbling through the door into the sheriff's station or deputy station?
This is the sheriff's office, but the sheriff is out of town.
Okay. Is a 5'11" man with dark auburn brown hair, basic, looks like he works in a farm type build. He's got a gray vest, he's got an orange plaid shirt on, blue riding pants and black riding boots. And I got on my left eye, full-on eye patch. I don't know if it's missing or not, but it's there. And I just come stumbling in. Deputy, oh deputy,
Speaking.
we might need a little help here.
What is it now?
Well, seems in town there's been a little bit of a current predicament.
What kind of predicament?
Well, it seems that Rowan's wife, Dorothy, might have been doing something over in Kissin Ranch, and it seems like the boys are rounding up a posse. I'm coming here out of the goodness of my heart to make sure everybody doesn't get hurt. But I wanted to let y'all know before things get ugly. You might want to head over there.
God damn it.
What an eventful night we have on our hands.
Yeah, well, everybody's
So,
drinking for a while.
you two would recognize some of the information he's trying to disseminate. And you would know this as well. You guys wouldn't know this information. So the big dust up in Black Horse right now is there's land dispute between O'Leary's farm and the Kissin cattle ranch. The issue is that the farmers need to fence off their land, but the ranchers would prefer that the land remain unfenced. So they've been getting into a bit of an argument, and it's nothing more than drunken brawls occasionally and things like that. You did leave out the important bit.
About Clara?
Yes, that's
Okay.
the important part that has caused the posse to be brought together, and the other person's name, because
Yeah.
So
Did you want me to
you
say anything about it?
You do it in your own
Okay.
way, but that's what I'm trying to say is that things have not escalated to
Sure.
a point of gathering a posse until right now. You guys have had to clean up some drunken brawls, fence cutting, things like that, but nothing to the point of gathering a posse.
And whichever one comes up closest to me.
Well, you're still in the door unless you go inside. It's him. Clint is the one that's in the door.
Oh, well, Clint, now, I didn't want to say anything with you. And I tip my hat to the two of you guys. You know, apparently Clara's been missing for a day. Yeah, well, I mean, that's what everybody's saying.
Is that related to this?
Clara is the oldest. Sorry, is it? Did I say
It's
his daughter?
yeah.
It's Rowan
Clara
O'Leary's
O'Leary.
oldest daughter.
That's why all this is starting.
Yeah, well, it's all about Peach for the most part, and that's why I think everyone's starting to get out of it.
This could get bad if we don't
Yeah,
answer soon enough.
Peach is a cowpoke on the Kissin Ranch. So we got a Romeo and Juliet situation.
Oh, shit.
I could keep the boys stalled for a little bit, but I mean, you know how alcohol speaks to these people.
Better get over there.
I don't want to leave these two troublemakers off on their own, though. How many men do we have? 0?
Well, you two, and if he's offering his assistance, 3.
Not enough.
We can take these boys with us. We don't want to cause any trouble.
Now, I don't know.
Take us
They're not
where?
quite warriors. That's traveling salesmen and
Well,
just,
take you with you
finding
in
the
some
time.
sort of dispute.
You don't exactly need warriors.
You guys want to stay in the
A bunch
cell?
of drunken boys.
That is true.
You can stay in the. How about you guys stay in the cell? You know where I go. That'd be fine.
I have a room here in town.
Yeah, but we can't let you go wandering off until we know what's really going on. So, you got the cell, or you can come under our watchful eyes.
So where are we going?
You're gonna see what happens to real troublemakers. Maybe deter you from future acts. Does that sound?
Sure, Clint. Whatever you say.
So the posse is officially assembled.